A very beautiful evening, morning to wherever you're connected from. My name is Meda Jimo, the team leader of Plan B Express. So we're going to doing a very quick one tonight, and I would just love us to be attentive and get the best we can get for this interaction. And I'm going to start from the market, and of course, a good number of people must have been telling you about the market, where we probably would be, and all of that. One thing I would just say beforehand is that there is no need for you panicking in the market. But please, I will just let people need to understand that we've been saying this long time, because if you really want to get out of financial struggle, you must understand how to play the long-term game. Okay, you must learn how to play the long-term game, all right, as against the short-term game. A good number of people have been playing the short-term game, and for that, they can tell you a whole lot of things. I'm not trying to be motivating, here, or trying to, will I call it some kind of, sweet talk people and all of that. I don't know how to hide and tell the people the raw truth, whatever, in the market. Now, either you tell people, just to motivate them, make them, look fine. It will change the fact that whatever will be. And so the earlier, the better, for people, and they'll be able to sit down and help themselves out of the system. I'm not doing any technical analysis and all of that, but just to tell you that time without number, we'll be talking about the strength of the market, as it were. Having said that, the strongest support we had was actually at about 14.5. Yeah, it's one of the strongest support going down, and then you can go to 13,000 plus. For me, the 13,000 plus is not even strong. Okay, maybe if you check weekly, maybe strong, but the next I could see is actually 10,000. Give and take, $10,000 to $9,000. So just let's say 10,000. That's another point I'm seeing. And for me to say that we already bottom out, tentatively will look like the first, like as if we're bottom at 17,005. And we've said once we break 17,005, you're going to see a different market entirely. And there's no point deceiving oneself, because either you, all you need to do in the market is to, permutate yourself. That's creative strategy for yourself. Yes, I know a lot of people have made some silly mistakes already, and then do not to all you do is that, okay, I've made a silly mistake. All you do is that, okay, I've made a silly mistake. And because I was believing on so many people, what they were saying, the market is already bottom out and all of that, or the market was never going to reverse from that 69,000 and all of that. So that's not the issue now. The issue now is that where do you go from here? Right? And most of us too, of course, have, maybe some of us who have borrowed money and promised your friends you're going to pay them back, because by the time you invest in crypto, and then when you make money, and you're going to help your friends. All right. Now, the truth is you have made a mistake. So the best you can tell yourself is that, where do I go from here? What happened next? What likely going to be the market activities the next time? Are we yet already bottom out? The truth is that no. I've been telling us that, of course, my expectation is 13.5, but that 13.5 is actually not so strong. 14.5 stronger than 13.5. And then, okay, then give and take to look at maybe $10,000 as it were. But the truth of the matter is that, should we wait for $10,000 before we do anything? No, you can't. It will be so boring for you. That's the truth. It will be so boring for you. It's on that note we tell people, okay, what you need to do is to settle down, be yourself. And I could remember when most persons, when they come around, I said, two things you can do in the crypto. It's either you continue to DCA and accumulate more of the volume of the coin. Probably you see that they have somewhere they are going to, and then you continue to accumulate that. But sometimes too, you have to be very careful because some pump you may expect in a coin, like I remember on private mentorship, I was sharing with our protege. Let me look at it if I could see private mentorship. Then I was looking at what was the coin? Okay, just a moment. I think it's coming and somebody responded to so that okay. Cheesy can be added, and of course, guys, you may start that are selling your CZ from 0.278 order because it seems to start having resistance from there and all of that. So, and then probably could hit and all of that. So now the point there is that now CZ, I just want to use an example. Now look at the permutation you draw out in some coins. Let me quickly look at it. Where are you? Let's see, sorry. Do I have the coin here? Okay, let me just check here if I could see it. Okay, now you could see that the guy actually rallied up and we bought, and I'm sure I bought for some time and it did not have time. Now, this is a thing. Technically looks good, but there was a point that warrants this particular coin movement, apart from the technical stuff, that was proposing aspect of the hype and marketing of the World Cup starting today, 20th of November. Now, with that, we expected the coin to rally up so seriously. But we now combine the fundamental, vis-a-vis the technical to look at the coin could actually pumped. Now, but we expected that the coin was supposed to pump so crazily. But unfortunately, of course, you could see from 14 cents or thereabout, I think I bought about 14 or 15 cents. We saw it drop down, right? I was not moved by that. So I just, okay, before 20. But I had to take this one seriously. You could see now that we have it up to 20, I think 27.5, 27 cent 50, 27 cent 50 penny or thereabout. Now I observed that there was so many resistance ahead from that point. Like, okay, the best I could do is that now that I've got some, let me just sell. Now, but this is a point. The coin ought to moon from yesterday, today, but I could see some resistance that some people who have bought from this earlier on were selling off, and the hype of the fundamental was actually not working. Now, thereby, the coin, of course, may rally up eventually, okay, because if you take the Fibonacci down, you are going to see that within this was like at the golden ratio for the reversal of the coin, of the pullback of the coin. Now, continue, however, but that's not the issue. The issue is this. The whole hype you're creating is around the, the World Cup stuff and all of that. Then there are some other guys too who looked at, oh, are you sure that this thing's going to work out? Do we expect the rally, or we have more competitors and all of that that's going to rally for the coin? Now, I'm just saying all of this so that I beg everybody, especially those of us who are new, be careful the way you just hover around the whole crypto. You have to, first of all, settle down and tell yourself, what exactly are you doing in crypto? Are you here for financial freedom? And that's why Plan B will tell people the first thing that should be in your mind, register in your brain, is that 5 years to financial freedom. If that's the case, you settle down and permutate yourself to now be able to partition your portfolios and be able to work out things. Now, even though you want to have accumulation of this coin eventually, that does not make you to stop watching of possible chances of a pullback of that particular coin, and you increase the volume. And one of the coins we have done that with over time was Avas. I did a lot of accumulation on Avas, and give and take is either I do not have enough money. Now, if you look at Avas now, if we're going to have a very good condition in the market for the next week, Havas now is actually at a very good buy. This is seated at 12.5. I think my wife was the one buying yesterday and told me I bought, and I told her, I said, if the Bitcoin, of course, which we're going to have, but the chances are there that, okay, and I told her, is it what price will I set? I said, set at 14.5, and then probably, he said, then that's too small, Now, I'm just using those as an example. Now, but this was a coin we have accumulated so much of it, pass back because of, the price movement it was doing as a matter of fact. But this is the point. This is a very good coin to buy ordinarily. Now, as a person, you do not have enough time to be scalping. The best you could do for yourself is to learn how to swing. Why? You can accumulate more of the coin eventually. Either you DC while coming down, or you DC when it's going sideways eventually. Now, I'm not telling you to buy Havas, but if you like, you can buy. If market is going to rally, which I'm going to check tonight, if market is going to rally up next week, just within a range though, then you could have Havas have a resistance at about $14.93. Thereabout, you could see a lot of resistance going back up for Havas. So anyone buy at 12.5 could literally look at it. If I buy at 12.5, let's say you buy, I'm not telling you to buy, if it's your choice anyway. I can give you friendly advice, okay? So let's say you buy Havas now at 12.5 or thereabouts, so 12.5. Let's just say 12.6, couldn't get. You could buy, let's say, 100 pieces of Havas. So that's $1,260. So 100 pieces of Havas multiplied by 50, let's just say 14. So that's $1,400. I'm just doing an example. Now, for those of you who maybe want to do, future trading, and you probably want to do future, then of course you can do future. All right, it's very possible for you to do future, whereby coming just a moment so that we couldn't have. Sorry about that, guys. Good. Okay. So now, if you want to do future, you probably can do that, but I'm not telling you to do future anyway. But we could look at, I was telling my wife yesterday and say, you know what? This is another strong support for Havas, as it were. So even if it's going to trip down, it's going to be little. All right. $12 or 12.4 cents or thereabout. And now, this is a good buy though. She had bought since yesterday at 12.5 or thereabout. And now, why am I saying this? So I'm just going through the markets, as sometimes you can keep yourself busy while building your business and expect that the market, like for me, I've told people, you do not expect magic to happen in the market, the crypto market, as it were. We're still in the bottom and we're not yet out going back up. Don't just deceive yourself. Don't just deceive yourself. If you go back and check the example of all the bottom bear market we've had, 2014 into 2015 and 2018, before the rally of 2019 and COVID-19 of 2020, and then you could see. So we still have a long way to go. That's just the truth. I know why I'm saying that, and of course I can from some of the indicators I use and all of those combinations. Yes, fine. Let alone even the macroeconomic system, we still have a long way to go. So if you are looking at, oh, I'm tired now, don't yet be tired, because I've told people, when people are still talking, man, the market is going back, you're wasting your time, the market is not yet up. We're still going to have a lot of flop in the market, let alone some of those conjoy issues you're having right now. Now, so if you're new, the best you can do for yourself is to permutate yourself and then partition your portfolio. Now, for those of us who have started for long and make some funny mistakes, don't kill yourself, all right? All you can do for yourself right now is to go and find a way to generate some money, all right? And then just keep, put aside and still watch some, more drop, as it were, and then you begin to work on researching on basic coins you need to hold on, and then continue to DCA them before the market rallied up. These are the reasons why we tell people to attend trainings or this is the best time to learn. This is the best time to learn. That's the truth. This is the best time to learn. Because when the bull run come, most information you get in the bull run are not learning. They are hypes. They are just jamboree. People just talk something, because I told us, I said, in the bull market, even an entity will make money in any coin. That's the truth. Because there's a direction the market was facing, which an uptrend. So when you really want to know people who are in the system and all of that, you have to have a very serious, continued, dangerous, heartbreaking bear market. And you see people who are still doing, their activities. You can say, okay, these are the people doing their business, as it were. So I'm just showing us this. Okay, if you want to buy Avast, why not? You can buy some, but don't put the triggers in my head. Say he asked us to buy Avast. It's just a friendly advice, not a financial advice. So you want to buy, and then perhaps, move up, up to $14, you can sell and then make some money. Okay. Then if you're smart, when you sell, if you come down again, you find another entry point to accumulate some Avast, because eventually you could say, okay, where is Avast going to go to? I'm not going to do on that. Just showing us that you don't need to complain about the market, just to find a good place and take advantage of it, and then you'll be able to help yourself. Now, the next thing you would ask, you are meant to be doing right now. So I'm going to show us something I was telling you about the AI. We have about 2 AI. One is already working on FX, and then we are waiting for one other AI. So let me quickly just show us about Alia. I think I saw a message sent by one of the biggest leader, the Alia, Pastor K, sent on one of the group. I copied and sent here. Let me quickly check and read it to us. So some of you who have been, not too paying attention to Alia. Okay, this analysis was done based on sentiment, and at the same time, based on sentiment, sorry about that. Okay, this analysis was sent based on sentiment and fundamentals and put together. Now, this person say, whether we like it or not, once Aliyat both start delivering results, a lot will max out the 5,000 in their Binance account. For Aliyat both futures trading, the numbers of users will be limited to 1,500. So please take note, if those of us who are already on Aliyat, and then you're already on Aliyat, you're already a miner, and then of course we have told you guys that something is coming up on Aliyat, which is the Aliyat bots. And then, so these are part of the utility of the token. And so now look at this sentiment this person derive. And so you don't take it as a financial advice, but you can derive some ideas from it. It's eventually, okay, eventually will be 5,000 multiplied by 1 times 5. That is the number of money that can max out. So it's a 7.5 million. So Aliyat bot will be trading in 1,500 individual Binance accounts. So at average of 5% weekly profit on 7.5 million. So which is about $375,000 probably in a week, give and take. So 30% of that $375,000 being paid back to Aliyat as a profit share, because 70% will be retained by us to you in your account, and then whatever. Remember, you are not paying for the boat though, but of course understand that the slot for the boat is limited, only 1,500 pieces people. And of course, Aliyat is over how many thousands of people across the globe that are already mining Aliyat token. Now, but of course, some persons will not understand the marriage of all of those they are in the ecosystem. So that's why we'll talk about maximizing things. Now, he says 30% of this is going to be $112,500. And that has to go back to Aliyat purchase, because for you to pay back your own remittance of the profit made, you have to pay it in Aliyat. So he said this will be bought on the exchange for the boat to continue trading. So at the current average market of 0.30, that would be 112,000 days. So multiply by 30%, okay? So 3.7, 375 Alia tokens demand weekly. So Alia price pump, okay, jump up by 5% for every week, give and take, just like doing those straight up forward analysis. Like some of us may not understand this. Like this analysis, if we look at it logically, when people to see, that is those who are going to be speculators and traders, when they see that the coin is now having a very good support at the comparing, it compounds. So like this 5%, even this person say, some week you may spread like 20%, it's very possible because there's going to be multiplier effect. All right, but take note, these are sentimental, okay? So Alia buy transactions of the exchange. So we have 375,000 is equal to 375,000 over 2,500. Each Alia is going to be 15 times 5%, which is 75% price appreciation weekly on Alia price. So, just doing those assessments. So that is over 250% monthly appreciation. Now, take note, this 250% monthly appreciation may not go the way he actually said it. It may happen like what Vote.ino did. We saw the pump in Vote.ino that did over how many percent, but many do not understand what exactly was going on. Sorry for that. Sorry about that. Okay, so many do not really understand what was going on about, let me quickly look at Voter. Yeah, where are you? Vote.ino. Now, many do not really understand what was going on Vote.ino that jumped the price so crazily. Now, if you look at it, in 30 days, it did over 200 and almost 300%. All right. But after then, what happened? There's a drastic drop. I think I was checking a chart that was showing me that vote. I'm sorry for that. Okay. Okay, never mind. I think I was looking for, I saw, okay, yeah. So let me look at it here. Could I just find it? Can I just find it in here? Was it here? Was it X2? Not Doro. Okay, never mind. So I was just trying to pick up that what the price, the way it happens. And then, so now this is the sentiment. The sentiment is that was the price went up crazily, and then, some of us just sold some, right? And wait for the pullback. And because we know that drastically, after that, there's going to be a pullback. But it's going to attract a lot of people if continually there's going to be fantastic utility of the votes, then you have good number of people who want to like take still leverage on it, as it were. Okay. Now, so the sentiment drawn here by this fellow, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so the sentiment drawn here. Now, what am I supposed to do is to leverage on the sentiment and work out a lot of strategy. Now, there's a condition, say, two major conditions to join Alia Boat has been announced as, number one, having a KYC verified Binance account. Number two, $500 minimum and $5,000 maximum for Alia Boat in USDT. So in his speech, he announced there will be a minimum having referral bonuses and all of that. So those are some of us who want to build, the ecosystem to make additional money. Of course, why would you not want to make money when you see me? I love to make money on things I recommend based on utility. So when somebody is able to derive utility on money he spent on something, it makes a lot of sense. I always tell people, look at what Binance was doing here. Look at this throwback when Binance took Web3, coffee and purchase at the street of Lisbon. You know, look at it. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just want to play this if it's going to come up. Yeah, surprise. Okay, so it's not coming up. Okay, so now I wanted to show us something. So now let me quickly show us the Aliyah. So those of us who are already members, of course, is a privilege. Now, what you need to understand when you are within an ecosystem, you must, as a matter of fact, look at when the opportunity present itself to you to maximize it. I've listened to a good number of people tell me, oh, I invested this, I lost money and all of that. That's not true. Because number one, you're not paying attention. Number two, you're not even ready to add value to yourself. You're not ready to learn. Number three, you become victim of people's interest and opinion. And because you have too many people talking to you at a time, you've not really decided what exactly are you looking for. Because people have met me, they will ask me questions. I do not know how to, bamboozle people just based on my own interest. I'll tell you straight away, this is what I'm doing. If you like, fine. You don't want to do, fine. That's your choice. So, but the most time, people have just become source of discouragement for new people coming to cryptocurrency because of you. We're not doing the business right. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people that there is the crypto online, Forex and all of that, that people always want to come in without even paying any attention. But if you see somebody who want to even learn, want to sell provision, you go for apprenticeship. And then you just imagine that, and you spend so much money, spend many years to learn how to, even how to fill the diary, how to fill the record of how much you bought things, how you sell, and how you partition, how you go back to the market for the next time, how to increase your shop, how to have another branch to another place. What would take you, what would you need before opening another branch? How do you set it up? How do you start it up? All of these things are there. Now, people are coming to cryptocurrency online, Forex and all of that, network marketing, without putting them, the good thing about the online cryptocurrency, network marketing and all of that is that you have opportunity to learn and continue to earn. But for you to really build wealth, you must have learned very well and then been able to repeat and, continually, following the wheel over and over again. So most time I will see people who just come around. Okay, now some people come into cryptocurrency when the market was $67,000, let's say, or $69,000. We have a lot of people coming to crypto. Okay, now you are talking to them now. They say, "Man, this crypto thing is not easy." But the challenge with them was that they come into the market when we're now warming up for the next action. They come into the double top. All right, and they're bought, and some of them will remember when we told from our community that once Bitcoin was unable to break $48,400, that we should forget it, because that was a confirmation that, well, you know what, if he had broken that, then we will have now be struggling at that 60-something thousand, which is going to be triple top, and once we break it, that will have gone crazy, for which we know that it was not going to work. So, but you need to have confirmation. And once we got that confirmation, we'll say, you know what? The market is going to go crazily down. That's the truth. Now, so some of you come into crypto at that time, and then you are blaming the people who invited you to crypto and all of that. No, you settle down. You have made silly mistakes. Just fine-tune, things you need to do and to help yourself out. Okay, now I'm sharing this, and because I know that I've met people and I've asked them, I just discovered that many people don't even know what they are doing in the crypto space. And some of us who are privileged to have been in the crypto space before many people, before many of those people, we have become a source of Okay, so we're supposed to have ordinarily okay, identify what am I looking for? I've come into the space. Then some of us who are like privileged to be up, I see that majority of us just advise people based on what we are promoting, which is very wrong. With okay, people are coming in. You need to know what is the interest of this person. And then we'll just like, maybe somebody is coming in now. Maybe what I'm talking more about, for instance, let's say what I'm talking about is Sisu, all right? I will just be bamboozled the person, hey, you have to do Sisu and all of that. If it's not open as an opportunity for you, as in, I mean, what do I mean by open? Now, for instance, most of those projects we participated in, for instance, there'll be a time it will go up so crazily. So now hitting you to start it, let me use this case study of Minders. Yeah, is it too bad for anybody to get involved in Midas now? No, but if I'm telling you, hey, come into Midas and all of that, the question you look at is that, is it a very good opportunity for a newcomer to come into? No. Why? Comparing to when we start, but is it a good coin to still buy? Maybe yes. Why? What is the possibility if the coin is going to $1,000? You will see that it was a very good opportunity for you to still buy. Why? Because it has a potential of going up. So, but I will say, I will have loved you were there when we're buying at 30 cents, 35 cents, 25 cents, 28 cents, and all of that. So, but no problem. We still have other opportunities that you can take advantage of. And those are the things that people miss. So when they start, no orientation, and most people too are not ready for proper orientation. Okay, why are we shouting Aliyah now? Why are we shouting Aliyah? Why are we shouting so many other coins that are still very low and all of that? We're shouting Aliyah, we're shouting eGold, we're shouting Sisu, we're shouting so many other coins that like look very, 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 very cheap. Why? Because, we saw that this opportunity that's going to, give leverage to some person. So for that, you can take advantage of it. So now, using an Aliyah as an example, I've just showed us that, okay, we are waiting. Please take notes. Everybody, if you're on our community and you want to participate on Aliyah boat, ensure, because tomorrow the what's it called? The link, I think the link will get started for people to do pre-registration. Please, if you're in our community, if you do not have, or you are not setting aside minimum of $500 in your Binance, please don't demand for the link. I beg you. We're going to start tomorrow. And then if you are not going to fund your account, your Binance account, with at least minimum of $500, do not demand for the link, please. One of the criteria is that you should have a Binance account and it's verified, of course, and then you should have $500. And remember, I'm going to show us, maybe I'll create I'm going to create a video. Those of us who have been using 3Commas, it's not going to be a difficult thing for us. So I'm going to create a video to show you how you can, if you have verified your account, then it means you needed to create an API. But I always tell people, before you create the API, please, before you create the API, if you have not used your Binance account for future trading before, you are going to create future. So you have to go to derivatives. Okay? You have to go to derivatives and then, okay, click on future. Now, this, what you are doing is that you are creating an account. So once you come to derivatives, before you create your API, ensure you have created an account. You must create an account. So create an account. So like, unlike me, I have future. So if you do not have, if it's the first time, the moment you click, it's going to ask you some questions, just, just like a survey, and follow it and then get all those questions. And you're able to have future account opened. And then once that is done, it's very simple. The next you're going to do is to make sure you create an API. And how do you create an API? You're going to go, but ensure if you log in on app, log in on web. Web can be either your phone or your laptop, but I always love to use laptop to see things clearly. Now you're going to click on your profile icon to be able to see API management. If I were you, as I click on API management and I want to create an API, I will label my own as Aliyah bot or something, whatever thing you want to call it. So I can label it what? Aliyah bot. Me, I have my API linked to many things, so I can label it Aliyah bot. And then you click on next. And so I say I want to do a video if I'm going to have time. So if I click on next now, it's going to pop up and ask you for security reason. So you want to be sure that you're the one creating that. So that means you are going to follow up all where you get your code. So like my email, my phone number, my Google Authenticator, you have to get all of those things. So if I do that now, for instance, maybe if I can just get that for my phone. Okay, there we go. So I just put in the code. Okay, so it was 6, 8, 4, 5. So I put the mail. So remember, I said for you, to create the API, first, ensure you first of all make your future account open. So if I put the Google Authenticator now, what you are doing is that you are only pairing access of trading to your account with Aliyah. And remember, those of us who may be wondering, how is Aliyah going to trade? They will trade the API. The robot of Aliyah is going to be trading. Is going to be trading hands-free. So it's going to be hands-free. So you don't trade. And so for those of us who are smart guys, I'm going to be telling us a lot of things when we start. So look at it now. Please, when you are creating this, I'm not going to use this. When you are creating this, don't create it and show people. You see this secret. Now, ensure you first copy this secret and paste it somewhere first, and then copy the API. So when you pick a secret key, label it. Copy the API key, label it, right? Now, once you do this, you see what you're doing. If you close this page, maybe you step back and return, this is going to be asterisk. You may not be able to see it. The first time you do it is when you see it. If you come back, maybe you go to another, or you step back out of this place on the same Binance environment, it's going to be off. Now, having done this, you're going to do something. Click, now you look at it, as you do all these things are not highlighted, you are going to click edit restriction. So you now enable spots, don't enable withdrawal, please do not. So enable spots, enable margin loan, repay, and all of that. Well, I don't think it's necessary. So you're going to enable your future, enable internal transfer. If you want to do that, why not? But I don't think it's necessary. Okay. So if you want to enable that, you want to do transfer and all of that, but I don't think it's necessary. Just enable spot margin trading, and then enable this. This is very important. Now, once you have done this, listen, and you click save, it's going to ask you, okay, it's telling you permission is going to be expiring every 90 days. That means you have to refresh, update. You say yes. Now, it's going to ask you for Google Authenticator. Are you the one doing it? Of course, your accounts will have all of those security layers. Okay, I'm just doing this because I know those questions are going to be popping up for people who, some put it here, because a good number of people, when they even do, I don't want us to miss out of it. So now you can see all these are enabled. Now, by the time I connect this to the Aliyah bot, it will pick trade on future. Remember, what Aliyah want to be trading is future. Then please do not expose this to anyone. Okay, like I said, I told you, I say if I just step back, look at it. Let's say I just go to let's say I just go here. let's say I just go to dashboard, okay, and now return back to the API management. Okay, here we go. Now, if I return to API management, look at what's going to happen. I probably want to now open, see Aliyah boats. See now, as I click it, can you see now? This is no longer opening. You cannot do anything unless you create another one. So I'm not using it for anything, guys. See, I'm deleting it. So you don't expose your API key on API secret key to anybody. So once that is done, listen, I've told you guys that this is going to be trading for you. Remember, this is Aliyah Finance where we are doing the mining. Those of you who have not started, well, we're moving on. That's the truth. And now the advantage of some of those cash flow systems we created for our people was this. If you have not learned, I think something should have taught you a very big lesson. Let me look at this account I use for experiment. Let me just see if I can put it up. I use this account for experiment. Many of you knew that on Maviotron. I use this account for experiment of Maviotron. Now, what did I do? Now, this is what we talked about, opportunity and timing. I know a good number of people, when we bring opportunity up, say, don't mind Felix can bring so many things. Now, I'm not bragging about this, but if I were not to be doing a research, I don't think, and I must say it, I don't think I will ever have time for people outside. I'll just be doing my thing secretly. That's the truth. Now, but if you look at it, most people who are complaining of the bear market is because they have not created a cash flow system that should have been generating more fund for them. That's the truth. Now, why? Now, when we brought Maviotron, we saw that Maviotron, Mavi. Okay, so we have Maviotron, and we share with us that, okay, hey, everybody, this is Maviotron. They said they are going to do this. They listed so many things. Of course, they primarily build their portal, their blockchain, which was a layer 1 blockchain. That means other companies too can, let me just quickly log in and show you guys something. Sorry. So, which means other company, crypto project too can build their own coin. Please confirm verification. What's this? I don't understand. Okay. Is that what you guys do now? Or I do not remember what's my password. So many things, guys, so don't blame me. Too many things. Okay, so just a moment. Do I remember this? Okay, if I do not remember, I can just put username. I perhaps must have used another stuff. Yeah, I must have used another email. So, okay. Okay. So, guys, so now just look at this briefly. Why I have to bring out this so that many of us are in Plan B ecosystem and we're not maximizing what ought to be maximizing. Now, this was Mavi, and Mavi came up and we opened so many accounts for the staking. And then on the hub, they said, this is the contract of, what's this? Okay, my hub synchronization, dear user, we're happy to share that my hub synchronization process at 8% for regular NFT. Please note that this process is ongoing, so you may see discrepancies. Okay, problem. Now, so now this is, I do not understand. Okay, discrepancies. Okay, well done for your discrepancies. Okay, so now this what really happened. So let's say this is an example of an account. Okay, this account, so primarily to tell you that this account primarily the total coin, it bought and stake was 60,000, that's what it means. 60,000 ULX token was bought and staked by the packages this account bought. Right now, but nothing to withdraw. Why? Because every account were on auto stake. Okay, were on auto stake. So auto stake since 6 hours, whatever. What is it called? Okay. So all the coin, everything the account is earning will be compounding back. And what the essence of that is that in the first 1 year, the compound interest will give you 107% rather than 73%, which is 0.2% every day. All right, that's going to be 6% every month. And then that will give 107% if it's being compounded. So in the first 1 year, now ordinarily, after the first 1 year, what happened? Perhaps 30% of this will be dropped, 30% of this will be given. So 30% of this has 0 point something percent every month, every day. That's give and take about maybe close to 3% in a month, give and take. So now I'm just saying that. So if after the first 1 year, that was what given. So for me, I said, okay, no problem. This was going to happen. 60,000 of this token, if it's going to be auto compounding. So let's look at it. I'm going somewhere, everybody. So if you're following us in plan B, you see what our permutation are usually like. So now, if that is the case, 60,000, okay, let's just say 60,000. All right. Now 100%, that's 120,000. So multiply by 0.07, that's the 7%, right? That's about 4,200. So plus 60,000. So let's just say 60,000. So 60,000. So that's going to be 64,200. So plus, okay. So plus the 60,000 plus 60,000. Okay. So that's going to be 124,000 of the token. No problem. That's the first 1 year. Okay, the second year, should I still compound? Yeah, I may want to do that. Okay, continue. Now, maybe if it continues like that, but that second year, we don't know what's going to be the effect of the compounding because your percentage must have dropped to 0.1%, which is going to be 3% every month, not 6% every month any longer. Now, in a nutshell, what am I trying to say? This coin is going to be vested for 5 years spread, which if you read more. Now, and let's say you have invested, let's use for instance, why you need to pay attention to our strategy. Let's say you have invested $2,000, all right? Let's say you have invested $2,500 package on this account. And as at the time you were doing that, I think a $2,500 package, it's about 75% of your money that's going to be using to give you the coin. So let's say 0.75. Let me just stop at that. 0.75 of these, that's $1,875. So now this divide by, is it divide or what do I do? Divide by 0.01. I think so. Yeah. So that means you're going to be having 185,500 of the coin, which is what was given to you, and then it's being staked for. So let's say you are doing auto compounding for that. So 100% of it, that's multiplied by 2 already. So that's going to be 375,000 in a year. I'm just using an example. Now, when ULX farming came, you now took another $2,500, right? Another $2,500 to buy and then do the farming. Now, most of us bought at about 0.02, some bought at 0.028. So let's say now you took $2,500, all right, to buy, divide by 0.028, okay, 28. That gave about, how many is this? Yeah, something like this. Is it 89,000? That gives about 89,285 pieces thereabout. Now, 2 options. You could hold it, and when it got to 13 cents, you sell, or you probably would not sell at 13 cents because I told us that I'm expecting it to go to 10 cents, and then it actually did and got to 13 cents. That's not a big deal. When it got to 13 cents, it's not your business. You must have sold at 10 cents. So let's say you're selling at 10 cents, multiply by 0.1. Okay, that was going to give about $8,928. Now, maybe within 3 months or so, give and take, or 2 months. Now, some of us did farming. Of course, if you farm with it, it will give more than this. Let's say on the average, we'll have given $10,000. I know that for sure. We'll have given about $10,000. Now, if it had given $10,000, look at the arithmetic. You could now say, you know what? My $2,000 here, let it be there for the next 5 years. Now, I can take $2,500 to buy another package, or take $5,000 to buy another investment, or just leave that $5,000 waiting. Now, that's what I want to show you here. Now, if you look at this account, I did the experiment of $500, and then what is left is now $1,472. I was not going to use this thing for anything. What am I going to do? I'm waiting for the ULX. But the unfortunate thing is that the ULX seems not to, what I observed, I saw that it already created a very strong support to have a bottom somewhere here. So, but for me, I was looking at, I could see the coin, okay, back to maybe 52 cents or thereabout. So, but 0.052. Now, if it does not, no problem. What am I supposed to do? For me, I was going to, because I saw a resistance here, you can see it got there, it got weakened. We'll have the, lower low, so higher low, stuff like that continue. So for me, if $500 had given this, I'm just using an example, so I could wait for it. Now, what happened? When the market got down very well, probably to that, maybe if you break that 0.052, it could go to 0.03 and all of that. Now, imagine if you're going to use $1,000, so $1,000, all right, divided by 0.03. So you're going to have about 3,333. Now, you can take this $400 to another thing. I'm just using a practical example. And that's one of the things that many people missed out. Now, when we invested on the Mavi, and then when the farming came up, and we told everybody farm, do you know what most people felt? Say, why will I farm again? After all, have I not invested in this staking? You miss it. That's why sometimes when opportunity presents itself to us, some of us lack fund to leverage on them because we don't pay attention. And sometimes we say, no, the one I invested before has not come out. Why will I spend another money? That's not real. So you must always understand, and that's exactly now what's happening on Aliyah. So Aliyah, we have done the farming, we're doing the mining, is there, and now we're talking about the boat is coming. But if we look at it now, my sentiment usually is like this. When I buy into any project, I buy into the investment, number one, and I buy the coin if it's available in the market and keep, number two, and I leverage on any movement in the market, number three. If you look at Aliyah, I've leveraged on it, which I share sometime. And then when it got to 40 cents, I saw a kind of double top that it was going to reverse. But if you look at it, rather than the coin to go down to that 23 cents it went to sometime before, it may be difficult because this boat of a thing is going to create a lot of hype around it. This is not a financial advice anyway. So it's going to create a lot of hype around it. We may see this coin virtually maybe tending to go to about $1 or $1.50, give and take. I'm not predicting anything. So, but what happened? When it go there, how much of the Aliyah token do you have? Number one. Number two, how much of Aliyah token are you mining? Number three, how many Aliyah token are you making from the mining earning of the people you refer? Because sometimes people say, I don't talk to anybody, I don't have time for everybody. But that's not true. If something you have that is very valuable, you share to people. And then what I don't do, I don't force people. I don't motivate you. If you like, you do. If you like, don't do. But I owe you the sharing. Because if I share with you, we all enjoy it together. You are not interested, you forget about it. But to motivate you, I will never do that because nobody did that to me, right? And not because of people, nobody did that to me. I don't just have fancy for that because I've seen that readiness meets with opportunity. People who complain so much today about the market price and all of that always don't want to take responsibility. And that's why they are still where they are. And sometimes you see that people still get more money, more knowledge, attend more meetings. And you see people who don't even know anything say, is it not the same thing they're going to say? I don't have time. I'm too busy and all of that. So that's that for Aliyah. I'm just using as an example. We have a lot of things on the ecosystem. Okay, I think I wanted to play this. Let me play this. permission to play this. This is okay. Sorry. Ooh. Am I okay? Okay, thank you. So that's Aliyah, And now the next boat, of course, some of us who are Evergreen FFS. Before I forget, next week, okay, next week we're going to be having 3 days. It's going to be a very powerful event in our office in Port Harcourt. So if you're in Port Harcourt and everyone, or wherever you are, you can refer your friends, let them come to the office, because we're going to be breaking down a lot of things about the financial market, the forex, the crypto. So, but for the first 2 days, it's going to be purely the how to utilize and leverage on the Evergreen FFS boat. Number one. Two, how to leverage on the global financial market itself, the FX market, and all of that. And of course, I was telling somebody the other time, if you look at what's happening now, if you do not know how to build things around yourself to make some additional money, the market will dip and dip, and you get frustrated the more because you do not have money to attack the market. I was sharing with somebody the other day, and I tested an account on Evergreen FFS with $500, and I saw that it did average of about 35. About a particular month, it did about 40%. Now, that's not a yardstick that's what it's going to be doing regularly. But if I could have such to be making average of 20% a month, I'm not sure it's a bad deal. It's never a bad deal. And of course, it may come down, all right? But the good thing is that it's just like similar to what Aliyah Boat's going to be doing. The money is not going to be given to any third party, not on Evergreen FFS boat, but you create your own broker, you join, create your account on any broker of your choice. But I think there's a recommendation of at least maybe Anzo Capital or Fusion Market, and then you connect the boat. $200 is what you pay for the boat one-off, and then every profit made, you have to share 20% every month, whatever profit made. So let's say your account has made $300, so 20% of it, which is going to be $60, if I'm not mistaken, now will be paid as profit share to the company, and then the people who are building network and all of that too will make some insane money doing that and all of that. So for me, yeah, it's not by force, and I share with people, and that's why I say I share things that has value, not just about we'll make money and all of that, but what's the value and what's the sustainability and what are the people doing and all of that. So if you look at it now, not everybody is going to be vast like us, ready to go intensively in learning and all of that. So, and even if you're a forex trader or you are a trader in the stock market or crypto and all of that, while you are trading, if you make enough money and you have a place genuinely that is going to be producing 20% of your capital for you every month, why not? Because sometimes the market could twist you. You have what to fall back to attack the market back, and that's the reality. So on Wednesday, on Thursday, it's going to be very powerful in the office, and Friday we climax the event. It's free, 11 a.m. daily. So you have friends, and we always say we may try to live stream it. But of course, we are coming up with our online conference maybe by December, of course. And then other things we say we're going to be doing about DEX. But maybe we are doing something about DEX, going to be a paid event. You are not paying, then forget about it. That's the truth. So, but of course, this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in Port Harcourt. So our office address, of course, 49 Odaba Road, that's Chidima Plaza. So through Momasi. And so, of course, you want to get more detail, you are in our forum, of course, you can collect those details to be in attendance and learn more. But we want to encourage you, if you're coming or you have a friend that you're sending, tell him or her to come with his phone or his system or his tablet, and make sure you have an internet enabled. And because we're going to be doing more practicals, and how to hold people by their hands for the event, as it were. Okay, so if some of you have not, maybe you are still looking at how does this Evergreen FFS works and all of that, is not going to, you are not to trade by yourself, and you are not giving your money to any third party to trade for you. So you are predominantly making passive income from your own personal account connected. And finally, those of us on CryptoBox, somebody was asking me questions. So I'm wrapping up by this before I give us means of, medium asking questions and all of that. Now, let me quickly share with some people were asking me, their CryptoBox, they want to make a withdrawal, or so for me, I only tested a withdrawal sometimes to show to some of us. So this is CryptoBox, what you're supposed to be doing. Remember, it's every Sunday, and then check the timing. So I still have about 10 hours to either make a withdrawal or compound. If you look at this, an example of an account, $1,000 was invested, and okay, maybe because I have some affiliate too, that's made about $300 on affiliate. Remember, the affiliate, they don't pay you, the affiliates, as you sign up somebody, they'll pay you referral bonus. No, you are earning residual income from the earning of those people. And so now what am I supposed to do now? I want to compound. So I have to click on withdraw. So as I click on withdraw, so I'm not interested in withdrawing, I want to compound it. And I have my target, okay? So now if I want to withdraw, I have to click on this, but ensure that if you want to withdraw, first of all, you must have gone to your profile and copy your, USDT TRC20 wallet, maybe from your Binance, and paste it. That is just like a whitelisting. So that anytime you want to make a withdrawal, if you click this now, it will pop up the wallet address, okay? Now, but for me, I want to compound, so I'm going to click on compound. Okay, so I'm compounding. So you ask me for the amount, 98. You can't put fraction. So I'm putting the password. Okay, then pay now. Good. So confirm. Yes, go ahead, confirm. So perhaps, okay, say minimum is $30 to either withdraw or compound. So if I go back now to the home page, okay, now definitely, so that's $1,699. And so from next week now, maybe this can now be making average of maybe $100 per week. So that's going to be average of $400 in a month. Now, what is showing you here is that this account now have capacity to earn a cumulative maximum of $5,000. So if you're building the network and then the money you invested, so once it end up to this, then you probably have to buy another package. Then what's that saying is that out of these, because I'm compounding, say out of these, what is remaining is 4,347. Is it because my total earning of unaccrued is $749 or thereabout. So say my current investment $1,699 and so, okay? And so that's how it works. If I want to make, okay, perhaps you know why this is up to this, because I tested a withdrawal to prove to people how does it really work and all of that. And those of you who have been attending their trader event, I think it has been very phenomenal. Actually said I want to request for their card eventually. So that's that for those of us who are already members, and then you're asking questions on how to go about it. So ladies and gentlemen, it's so important you help yourself out to build capacity. All right, thank you very much. So you have questions, and of course, you just put up your hands and I can unmute you. You ask your questions. So questions? Question, everybody. You have questions, just unmute yourself. And like I've told us, next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's going to be 3 days. We call it Port Harcourt money workshop, something, and cracking the secret code. Okay. All right, Ishola, I can see your hands up. So I'm going to unmute you. You ask a question. Okay, unmute yourself now. I think.
Good evening, boss. How was your day? Thank you very much for the class, sir. Really appreciate.
Fantastic.
Yes, I want to ask about the first project you talked about, where you start your analysis from. What coin was that? Before you start talking about giving us the market analysis, I want to ask if can we have a I came in late anyway, but I just want to have if there is any a little more light about it and how to get the CA, sir. Thank you, sir.
Which coin was that? The one I say people could buy, or which one?
Out before you start talking about general market analysis.
Okay. I only talked about cheese.
Talking about AVAX.
Okay. No, I was talking about cheese before AVAX. I was talking about cheese. Here is it. Where is cheese?
$20 now. I mean, sorry, 10 cents now.
Okay, yeah, AVAX. Okay, yeah, AVAX. Yeah, I was talking about was AVAX. So you just buy it on Binance, okay? And I say it's actually a good buy. And of course, if Bitcoin decides to do some magic, you could see it bounce back. So for me now, if I want to buy, I could set some prices at 12.04 or 12.05 and buy at this prevailing price now. And I said my wife bought at 12.5 and I was telling me, oh boy, I've bought. I said, okay, congratulations. But when I was telling him to sell at 14.5, was like, no, that's too small. Women, they like money. And then she was still calculating about, it could go back to the $18 and then $19 we sold the previous one, 19, 18, almost $20 plus, because the last price I have was 21, so it never got there. And of course, the market was impacted. So it's actually a good buy. It was AVAX. Okay, yeah, it was AVAX. You can buy on Binance or any other centralized exchange. But let's be careful at this season, like I said, on most of those centralized exchange. But some of those coins, when you buy, and this is going to happen, you can put up your coin. But for me, I always tell people, why I have to share all of this thing with you guys is this. Now, I understand one thing. Not everybody will be at the same page at the same time, because if I want to use like the strategy I'm doing, some people will die in poverty and in hunger. That's the truth. And that's why when I listened to some person said, look, somebody was asking me, I don't even understand this Aliyat. Is it necessary I participate in it? I say, if you don't think it's important, if you think it's not important, there's no point. I say, but the point is this: if you are not doing your business and probably you're waiting to if you like fold your hands since when the market have been going down, that you're waiting to the last bottom, by now you must have started maybe pharmaceutical store if you are a pharmacist or whatever. And because you say, oh, but it's like there's no opportunity in crypto again and all of that. So that's why I have to let us know that. Okay, Mr. Simplicity, you want to say something? Yeah, you can unmute yourself and say, and go ahead, sir.
Good evening, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir. The question the guy that asked about AVAX.
Yeah.
This centralized now, even everybody is very scared dealing with it.
Yeah.
If he wants to buy on a private, that's a personal wallet, he can get the contract address on a CoinMarketCap and buy. Maybe he buy 50% on his MetaMask, then buy 50% on his Binance or that exchange.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but it all depends again what purpose you want to use it for. Maybe it's just to buy and sell, or you want to accumulate it and all of that. Possibly. So because if you look at it now, I've been singing this song many years back. That time we come, virtually everybody who is seriously doing crypto business, we have to fall back to their decentralized strategy. And that's why, of course, Binance of a thing, him to have to like set up his own DEX long time where many people don't even know how to make it. Most people don't even pay attention to using it. So, okay, yeah, because Avalanche blockchain is on MetaMask. Virtually all the blockchain that have dApps, they are on MetaMask, which you can add the contract address and self-drop it, and of course, buy, copy the contract address and buy if you want to buy. But if you are not buying to hold, well, if you just to like take the profit maybe by next week, when you go back to like $14 or $15 thereabout, you can just buy on your Binance. Okay. Yeah, somebody say, what's happening to Drip? Nothing. Somebody say, what's happening to Drip? Nothing. Drip is there. So nothing's happening. I don't have business with Drip. What I do with Drip is that I compound. So let me check if I have some. Let's go here. Let me quickly go here. So please, when it comes to crypto, I'm telling us, I love like what this guy, Drip Faucet's founder always say right from day one when people were joining Drip. And what did he say? He said, if you are not ready for long-term game, don't join Drip Network. And so why? He said it's not a kind of, Drip Network was not created for like pre-sale pumping system. It's a faucet, and it's a system on its own that was going to be building on so many utility eventually. So it's a gradual stuff. And then, so if those of you, so please let me correct one impression. Some of us, generally when you're coming to crypto, that's why, number one, when you come into crypto, I do not like to coerce people to say, hey, everybody, because sometimes when you are telling people, go to Plan B and go and enroll for Academy, it looks like maybe we're looking for money for people to subscribe when we can get money. But virtually some of those videos that even on the YouTube channel for Plan B and all of that, they are very educative that it's going to even help you either you enroll in Plan B Express or not. It's just that the difference between that is that you may not be so serious to be attentive to pick what is important at a time. I think I was sharing with people the other time. Let me use one example. And so this may help, further help some persons to help yourself so much about the crypto generally, not only even on Drip, as it were. Now, I did this thing sometime, and I say, let's say you buy a Drip, okay? And let's look at the calculator and say, let's say you buy Drip, okay? We'll say, let's use, I remember when people were coming to Drip, I said, your first assignment is to compound for the next 1 year, or at least minimum of 6 months, which is 180 days. So now, let's say you bought 100 Drip, right? You bought 100 Drip and you were compounding. You're compounding 100 Drip. So for how many days? 180 days. Okay? For me, my own compound is 1 year. So, but let's say 180 days. Now, how many Drip were you going to have at the end of the 6th month? You're going to have 550, am I correct? Something like that? 548 Drip. Okay. So give and take, that will be how much? How much is Drip? Where's the dollar value? Somewhere. Okay. So let's say Drip now, it's $2. So this multiplied by that is going to give you about $1,000 or thereabout. And you saw, I put one language, I said, when you are in crypto, it's either you accumulate the coin or you maximize the fiat. And then when you maximize the fiat, you always eat it. So at the end of the day, so let's say I do for 360 days. 360 days. So 360 days of Drip, of 100 Drips, that is, it's going to give you 3,000. Come on, are you serious? So it's going to give you 3,000. Okay, let's say now you bought your Drip. Okay, so let's say you bought your Drip at $10. Okay, you bought your Drip at $10. So let's look at it quickly. 10 multiplied by 100. That is $1,000. And there you are, you have 3,000 drip. Let's call it 3,000. So 3,000 drip. And the price remain at just $2. You see how $6,000. Now, some of us bought drip at $100 plus. The question I ask friends is this: if you're complaining you bought drip at $100 or $160 or $173, the all-time high, and there you have been compounding, and for 1 year you have 100 drip, and then you've compounded for 1 year you have 3,000 drip. Now, when drip just go back to slightly just $20, and there you are, you have 3,000 drip. So multiply by $20, that means the worth of your drip is $60,000. Now, what happens to the man who bought Bitcoin, one Bitcoin at $69,000? And now, if Bitcoin decides to stay down at the bottom now for the next 3 years, the person cannot do anything. The highest he can do is to sell off at loss. So let's say Bitcoin decides to stay at $9,000 from now till 2025. And now, so that's for like this year, 2023, 2024, so 2025, that's about 3 years. Now, okay, now what about the man who bought drip? And then 360 days multiplied by 3 will be how many? 360 days, because you have opportunity to be accruing. And that's what most of us do not understand. So let's look at it. 360 days multiplied by 3. That is 1,080 days. So let's go there. 1,080 days. 100 drip. I hope somebody is going to be sleeping tonight, because some of my analysis are very wicked analysis. Sometimes I'm even be afraid of them. Okay, wallet have even maxed out before. Wallet has even maxed out before then. Come on now. That wallet tax is now, because once you max out the first amount, which is about close to $20,000 or so, yeah, $20,000, your earning now drop by 5%. Okay, then it got to the next maxed out, 10% tax. It got to the third maxed out, 15% tax, then maximum payout reach. Okay, so you have gotten to maximum payout, all right, which is about $60,000 thereabout. And there you are, about 27,000 or 30,000 drip coin, you know. And then, come on, this is crazy, right? I hope they can just give you a result for the 3 years. No. Okay, that means maxing of 100,000. Now, sometimes this thing can be so difficult and funny. Now, I know I'm speaking to somebody here now who say, Feli, you are just talking trash because I spend $100 to buy. Why are you telling me this? Fine, congratulations. What about some of us who spend more than that? And right now, we're now looking at it, what an opportunity. Let's buy. I create every day, you know, every time I create, when I saw that drip price went to 1.87, I have to quickly buy worth of 100 or something. I create another wallet, and I call that one 3 years project, 2025. Now, I have kept that one there. The only thing I would do is to be compounding it. I have no business there. Now, the only thing that may tempt me is that if the price decide to pump eventually before that time, I may say, okay, let me take out some money to do other things. But I want a situation whereby I'm able to get that. So once you are in a project, that's why we said, when you come into a project, not what you're like, okay, I just want to invest in this drip and make some money and go away. Then you are going to miss a lot of things. And that's why you spread your tentacles, you diversify, so that you'll be able to maximize things to the fullest. So the person who has a question, nothing is happening, is the usual, the price is going down, everything is going down. So, and the good thing, if the price of a coin is going down, the question you need to ask yourself, do you have opportunity to, what's it called? To stake and get accrual on that coin? If you do not have, that's when the pain can be so disastrous. I've just used an example of ULS. We took advantage of it, did the farming, and then we make some money. At least, worst case scenario, there is nobody who invested on the farming. As at the time I say, let us do the farming. Minimum we have done should be like ×3 or ×3, some doing ×4, some doing ×5. It's okay. So any other question? I think I can see our Dean of Forest is in the house. We have something to tell us or something. So I will mute you. You're free, you can tell us something.
All right, boss. Good evening, sir. And happy Sunday.
Same to you, sir.
Well, thanks so much for the privilege once again. Well, you said it all. Each time I attend this meeting, and not this meeting, each time I listen to you speak, I always learn something. You know, I always learn something each time I listen to you speak. You know, I told some of my person that, you know, whenever I listen to my boss speak, I always pick something. And I believe a good number of persons must have picked something today as well. Even if you have not picked anything from the beginning, I would want to say the very last one, the very last one, which is the drip, is enough. You know, when I came on board drip, I was told that a good number of persons actually, when it started, people came in with, you know, there are some persons who came in who bought it when it was as high as 60 something, 70 something. Thing went as much as 160. And you have opportunity to grab it at $2. Why not, if not? So that's number one. Then, just like the boss have said, this new week is power-packed, is filled for those of us here in Port Harcourt. Just want to use this opportunity for us to take it seriously. Let's really expand it. We have a great opportunity right in front of us because the truth is that we need to leverage on every avenue we have right now to grow our portfolio, and anywhere any other thing is coming from, most of the coins now, they are just going down. So if you just buy your coin and leave it in your wallet, it's not doing anything for you. That's the reason why the DeFi game is just so fantastic. You stake, you farm, you know, and all of that. Then we have opportunity right in front of us, the Evergreen FFS, you know, which is what we'll be showcasing in the course of the week, and every other thing that will be added, especially on Friday. A lot will be revealed on generally on the crypto aspect. So you're not in Port Harcourt, no problem. We'll be doing that again. That the online version will be coming, so you participate then. You have a friend in Port Harcourt, like he has always said, why not? Show them the way to come around, and I bet you they will have need to tell you. Thank you. Thank you so very much, the boss, and every other person. Good evening.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Do you have any of us that have anything to say? And please, I want to tell us, those of us in Plan B or in Port Harcourt, by tomorrow, you may be hearing our voice on radio, maybe with the time we'll be communicating on all our platforms or something. And then on Tuesday, the same thing, we'll be talking, and then probably you want to listen, and we're gonna be live on Love FM or something, and then Wave FM, you know, on tomorrow, Monday, and then on Tuesday, the same thing, we're gonna be on radio. And then, so you're in Port Harcourt, you want to listen to, I think we're going to be setting the timing, okay? You get to hear. So please, wherever you are connected from, the most important thing is this. My own case is this. I always tell people, okay, and somebody's still raising hand. If you're not making money, it's not making sense. So you must always divide a way to make money. Okay, somebody River Santa 8Q. Please unmute yourself and ask a question. Feel free. Revival Center, can you unmute yourself and ask your question, please?
Hello, sir.
You are blessed, sir.
Bless you, sir. It's Apostle Nick, sir.
Oh, Apostle, you are blessed.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I wanted to find out. I've been looking for a link for the Sunday Zooms like this. For some of us that maybe we may be running a meeting by that time and we want to listen to the Zoom. Like I just entered around 9:30 because I was running a meeting that immediately I finished the meeting, I rushed. I just zoomed inside and started listening to the Zoom. So is there any link we can use to be, as in, because you used to post these links before, but I discovered you stopped.
Link like, I didn't understand. Link like what?
Is this Zoom recorded?
Yeah, of
And
course.
can we? Okay.
The Zoom is
That's what I
recorded,
wanted.
and then it's always, if you check the YouTube, it's always there.
Okay, the
I
YouTube.
normally, and this is the issue. I normally post it sometime before, but I just decided to stop posting because I saw that people are not taking responsibility. That's just the truth.
Because I used to follow the link you used to post.
Yeah, I just
before then.
decided not to post because
Okay.
because we make announcement that people should go to the YouTube, and then you have some people.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
so
happens to me is that when I go to YouTube, I see a lot, so I wouldn't know the one I'm now looking for.
if you do Sunday, latest Monday or Tuesday, the recorded should have been there, and then that's why I tell people that when they connect on the YouTube, they should do this, subscribe, so that when anything is posted, they can quickly see it, and then they connect.
Okay.
But I discovered that people don't take responsibility. You will post something, and then what you have explained over and over, and then they will not take personal responsibility, and they'll still come back, and then you discover that those of you who still attend the Zoom meeting will still be the one to go and watch the recorded version. And people you see on the forum maybe where you have 700 people, and then you have like 30 people in attendance or 40 people in attendance. Then after the whole thing, they will still not attend. Even when some opportunity comes, until when the opportunity are printed money for people before say, oh, what is happening? Where is the link? When do I start from? I just smile slyly. And I've told everybody I was not going to be talking direct since anything as we enter month of October 2022 till March 2025, I will speak in parable by the grace of God.
Hey.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, anyone? Okay, I could see CNN. CNN in the house. Let me unmute you. Where are you? You have something to tell us. Where is CNN? Hey, can you just signify? Okay, I can see you, CNN. CNN, I'm going to expose you. Happy marriage anniversary. I was going to call that.
Yeah, good evening, sir. my chairman. I'm not in the mood to even talk, but you have exposed me now. How are you doing, sir? Happy Sunday.
Good day, sir.
Happy Sunday, sir.
Good day,
I
sir.
just had to use this week for my wedding anniversary.
Oh, your anniversary.
Just quiet.
Yes,
to enjoy my wedding anniversary very well. So that is why, sir. So just in the house, we need to understand a lot of things that you just earlier said. No, there is a lot of people in the channel, but coming to the Zoom meeting like this, they find it difficult. But when the soup is already cooked and they are eating on the table, that is when people start seeing what is happening. And the little people that they used to come to the Zoom meeting like this, they gain the advantage. And some people, they are still there. And in a crypto space, with the little experience that I've gathered here, I observe that it is not Indomie food. Crypto space is not Indomie food. So whosoever that have the mentality coming to crypto, you want to eat it and run. The crypto will even eat you before you run. So we need to understand that. So have the mentality that, okay, you are coming here as a farmer that is planting cocoa, not that you are planting maize. If the mentality is there that you are coming to plant cocoa, so you will know that in the long run, you have a very big profit here. Even though if you are not even trying to plant cocoa, and we are very sensitive to the environment of what we are saying. So there is no way that you will not make it. There's a lot of example of the coin that you are even make your money, even the one you are buying, meeting, staking. You have to make your money and just the one you have buying, staking out those one. It's just a reward. Your money is not in the system again. You know, when I joined this like earlier last year, when I catch that mentality that my money is not supposed to be here. So immediately, there is no system that I'm doing that my capital is there. Any other thing is just reward there. So I think that the little we are hearing here, if we have to be paying for it, so I appreciate you on everything that you are doing on Sunday like this for all of us, that we are still learning, and that you always said that also you are also learning. A professor still learning. So how can a master student not learn? So, so thank you very much, and everybody that you are always committed, your reward will come in Jesus' name.
Amen. Then I'll come and collect my cake for the wedding anniversary.
Don't worry, I'm even planning to come to Port Harcourt. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We will see. This December period, I will just shock you. Don't worry.
Okay, I hope you will not shock me like NEPA.
No. Even though NEPA has gone now, maybe I will shock you with this one will be both inverter and solar.
Okay. No. Okay, sir. All right, everybody, and anyone here still want to say something? I know one thing is this.
Because
yes,
sir.
NEPA can equally shock you when you want to shock somebody with NEPA. NEPA too will shock you yourself. It will just, when you want to shock somebody, they will just take the light and shock you. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. So see you guys. Get prepared. Those of us in Port Harcourt, get prepared for our week. It's going to be phenomenal. That's the truth. And I always tell people, for me, I'm a life student. I know nothing. I'm just learning, and I will learn more. And so that's just the main thing. So learn more and let us take more from the table. The environment, the system, the space is loaded with a lot of things. So if you're too complacency set in, you claim to know too much, you attach things to too many things, or you become a slave to, and this is the best. I will tell people things can be different, but you can't tell me this is the best coin. That's not true. It can be outstanding, it can be different, it has served a different purpose. Just know how to leverage and take advantage of it. For me, Felix, I adopt use theory. I don't adopt dependent theory. So I don't depend on things. I rather use them so that I will see the benefit of it when they are no longer there. So thank you very much, everyone. Tonight, have a nice rest. Bye-bye.